Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about 5 basic habits that affect all of our mental health and make our lives difficult without us even realizing it. These habits can upset our mental balance, drain our energy, and even affect our happiness. But the good news is that you can change them as soon as you notice them. If you're ready, let's get started. Constant negative thinking. Bad things can happen to all of us in life. Things may not go as planned. However, these events alone do not damage our mental health. The real problem is how our mind reacts to these events and how it interprets them. Constant negative thinking is one of the most dangerous habits to our mental health. Mentally indulging in such thoughts not only traps us in temporary problems, but in a mental maze of our own making. Negative thoughts often manifest as worries about the future, regrets about the past, or dissatisfaction with the present. For example, when you make a mistake, you immediately think, "I can't do anything right." Or when someone doesn't give you the attention you expect, you conclude, "They don't care about me." Although these thoughts may seem like a simple habit, in the long run they can seriously damage your mental and physical health. In response to such negative thoughts, the brain releases a stress hormone called cortisol. Although this hormone may stimulate you in the short term, persistently high levels of it weaken your immune system, disrupt your sleep, and destabilize your mental balance, making you prone to depression. The effects of persistent negative thinking are not limited to stress. Loss of self-confidence is one of the most common consequences. Magnifying your mistakes and criticizing yourself erodes your belief in yourself over time. It can also damage your relationships. It can lead you to misinterpret the behavior of those around you and cause unnecessary conflict. Most importantly, such thoughts push you into inactivity. Thoughts such as, "I can't do this" or "I'll fail" distract you from opportunities and prevent you from realizing your potential. It is possible to change this negative way of thinking. The first step is to recognize these thoughts. When a negative thought comes into your mind, question it and evaluate its reality. Creating positive alternatives is one of the most effective ways to change the direction of your thoughts. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm not good at this," try thinking, "What can I do to improve this?" Practices such as mindfulness and meditation calm your mind and make it easier to control your thoughts. Keeping a gratitude journal encourages your mind to focus on the positive. If these thoughts are interfering with your life, you may also want to consider seeking professional help. Constant negative thinking can unknowingly weaken your mental health. However, breaking this cycle is entirely in your hands. Teaching your mind a positive approach and transforming your thoughts is one of the most important ways you can invest in your mental health. Remember, your thoughts do not have to control you. Recognizing and managing them is the key to a more peaceful and balanced life. Making social comparisons. Today, it is easier than ever to access people's lives. Thanks to social media, we can watch everyone's lives, see their achievements, holidays, relationships, and every moment of their daily lives. However, this leads to the habit of comparing ourselves to others without even realizing it. Social comparison is one of the most dangerous habits for our mental health because we often judge ourselves against an unrealistic idea of a perfect life. The lives we see on social media are often idealized and filtered versions. People only share their happiest, most successful, and brightest moments. However, seeing someone else's life in this way can make us more aware of the shortcomings in our own lives. For example, a friend's promotion or holiday can make you feel inadequate. These comparisons can cause you to constantly question yourself and weaken your self-confidence. The habit of comparing not only affects your personal happiness, but also your relationships. Focusing on the lives of others can reduce your satisfaction with your own life. This makes it difficult to enjoy life and gives you a constant feeling that something is missing. Social comparisons can also cause you to mistakenly perceive other people's achievements as a threat and lead to feelings of jealousy. The first step in breaking this habit is to recognize your own values and achievements. Focus on what you have achieved in your life and only compare yourself to your own past. The question, "Am I better today than yesterday?" is the healthiest way to assess your progress. Instead of seeing other people's achievements as a threat to yourself, try to see them as a source of inspiration. For example, a friend who is learning a new language can encourage you to think about your own goals. Limiting your use of social media can also make a big difference. Constant exposure to other people's lives triggers the habit of comparison. You can try social media detoxes or focusing only on positive content. In addition, mindfulness practices and gratitude exercises can help you shift your focus from the outside world to your inner world. Remember that everyone's life is different and everyone's journey is unique. Learning to celebrate your own achievements and appreciate what you have is one of the most powerful ways to protect your mental health. Instead of judging yourself by looking at the lives of others, remember that you are the author of your own story. When you stop comparing, you can see more clearly the beauties that life has to offer. Refusing to set boundaries, not being able to say no, is a habit that most people have without realizing it, but it has major implications for mental health. Refusing to set boundaries leads us to ignore our own needs and emotional limits while trying to please others. In the long run, this can lead to feelings of burnout and imbalance in relationships. Many people think that saying no is selfish. However, this thinking makes us feel overwhelmed and puts a strain on our mental and physical health. For example, if you take on an extra responsibility at work when you don't want to, or if you say yes to a friend's request for help while ignoring your own needs, you are actually violating your own boundaries. Over time, this can lead to feelings of resentment or inadequacy. Failure to set boundaries also causes serious problems in relationships. In trying to keep up with everyone else, you sacrifice time for yourself, which leads you to ignore your own personal needs. What's more, if you don't set boundaries, people may start to expect more and more from you. This creates an unhealthy imbalance in relationships, and you may feel that you always have to do something. Learning to set boundaries is one of the most important steps you can take to maintain your mental health and improve your quality of life. First, learn to ask yourself what you really want to say yes to. Rather than immediately agreeing to a request, think about what it means to you. By asking yourself questions like, "Do I really want to do this? How important is this to me?" will help you make more informed decisions. Learning to say no is not selfishness. It shows your respect for yourself and the value you place on your needs. You can find gentle ways to say no. For example, when refusing a request, you can use an approach such as, "I can't help you with that right now, but maybe we can look at it another time." This helps you to set boundaries without offending the other person, and also to protect your own mental space. Also, setting boundaries is not just an attitude towards others. It also requires an attitude towards yourself. For example, if you are always trying to do everything perfectly at work or at home, you need to remind yourself that you don't have to carry the burden of perfectionism. Prioritizing your own needs will lead to a happier and more balanced life in the long run. Remember that boundaries strengthen relationships, not weaken them. With clear boundaries, you can teach others where to stand and develop yourself and your relationships in a healthy way. When you learn to respect your own needs and say no, you will notice how the balance in your life changes. Boundaries do not push people away. On the contrary, they allow you to build healthier and more respectful relationships. Not moving and neglecting physical activity. Exercise is a necessity for both our bodies and our minds. However, modern lifestyles make us increasingly sedentary, sitting in front of a computer screen for hours on end, choosing to be sedentary in order to rest when we return from work tired, or not seeing physical activity as a priority in our daily lives, has a profound effect on our mental health. Neglecting physical activity is a habit that affects not only our bodies, but also our minds. When we do not exercise regularly, endorphins, the happiness hormones produced in our bodies, decrease. These hormones are crucial for lowering stress levels, reducing anxiety, and improving overall mood. Inactivity can lead to increased stress, greater fatigue, and a reduced ability to concentrate. This makes it easier to feel depressed over time. More importantly, physical inactivity also has a negative impact on our sleep patterns. Lack of exercise reduces the quality of sleep, which means we start the day with a tired mind and body. A sedentary lifestyle also has a negative impact on our motivation. Unless we experience the energy boost that physical activity brings, we tend to become more sedentary in a continuous cycle. For example, if you skip exercise one day because it is tiring, you will feel even more tired the next day, and this can become an ongoing habit. This cycle threatens both your physical and mental health. You don't have to take big steps to fit physical activity into your life. Even small changes can make a big difference. For example, taking a short walk, preferring to take the stairs, or stretching for a few minutes every hour if you work at a desk will both move your body and refresh your mind. Outdoor activities in particular allow your brain to relax and connect with nature. Another benefit of regular exercise is that it increases your self-discipline and self-confidence. Setting a goal and achieving it not only gives you physical benefits, but also makes you feel mentally stronger. The discipline you gain from exercise will carry over into other areas of your life and increase your ability to cope with everyday stress. Remember that exercise is an investment in your mind as well as your body. By taking a few minutes out of your day to exercise, you can improve both your mood and your quality of life. Discover ways to get your body moving and your mind relaxing before inactivity becomes a habit. You will see how these small changes in your life can make a big difference in the long run. Disrupting sleep patterns. Sleep is essential for the renewal of our bodies and minds. However, many people today neglect their sleep patterns by staying up late or having an irregular sleep schedule. Sleep deprivation is a habit that deeply affects mental health and reduces our quality of life without us being aware of it. Insufficient sleep can have serious consequences for our mental and physical health. Lack of sleep reduces the brain's ability to cope with stress and can disrupt emotional balance. During sleep, the brain processes the information it has been exposed to during the day, organizes memories, and relieves emotional stress. When these processes are disrupted, problems such as anxiety, depression, and difficulty concentrating can occur. Irregular sleep also has a direct impact on our energy levels. A sleepless night can leave you feeling more tired, restless, and irritable the next day. This makes it difficult to carry out your daily tasks and reduces your enjoyment of life. In addition, prolonged sleep disturbance weakens the immune system, reducing the body's resistance to illness. Technology is one of the biggest factors disrupting sleep patterns. The blue light emitted by phone, tablet, or computer screens prevents our brains from producing melatonin, the sleep hormone. Spending time in front of a screen late at night not only makes it harder to fall asleep, but also reduces the quality of sleep. In addition, habits such as eating late at night or consuming caffeine can also negatively affect our sleep patterns. Establishing a healthy sleep pattern is crucial to maintaining our mental and physical health. The first step is to get into the habit of going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. A regular sleep routine helps to keep your biological clock in balance. Before going to bed, it can help to disconnect from the screen and clear your mind with relaxing activities such as reading a book or meditating. Preparing your bedroom for sleep, making it dark, quiet, and cool, is also an important step towards better sleep. Adequate and regular sleep is one of the most effective ways to improve your quality of life. Good sleep not only makes you feel rested, it also improves your mood, makes it easier to cope with stress, and increases your ability to concentrate. Restoring your sleep patterns is one of the greatest gifts you can give your body and mind. Remember, quality sleep is one of the cornerstones of a balanced and happy life. Here are 5 habits that can damage your mental health. Which of these habits do you have in your life? It is up to you to identify and change them. Small changes can make a big difference. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care.